That is one sweet sax.
It really is.
Every
Oh my
time.
gosh. Yeah, who did that theme intro?
Andy Poland.
Of course.
Oh, I was going to say Mr. Stevie Wonder. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Jackbox Party Club.
Hello.
This week. We are here on this special day of days to play a game that you've not gotten a chance to play before, which is why we have our good friend Spencer Ham here.
Spencer Ham, hello. It's Swedish.
You were not
you pronounced it correctly. It is Spencer Ham.
Well, it's all over for Ryan now. No coming back from that one.
We've only known each other for like 11 years, so it's understandable. Yeah.
But have you thought about changing it?
I have. I actually, funny enough, my last name's Ham, H-A-M, but I was in a track event in high school, humble brag, and I swear to God, the announcer who was announcing the event mispronounced my name. He said Spencer Ham. I was like, what?
All
right.
He must have thought, like, there's no way this kid's actual name is pronounced Ham, even though it's H-A-M. I'm going to go Ham. It was a bold move, but yeah, so it's happened before. So don't worry, Ryan. But yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Spencer. When you guys graduated college or high school, did you have to fill out a form of how to pronounce your name so that when they announced your name, they would get it right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't think
No, because my high school graduating class was 92 people. So
Okay.
kind of knew everyone's name. Yeah.
Well, I did, and they still got it wrong. So that was a fun special day.
How did they
that's
pronounce it?
I think it's usually they go DiGiorgio. They add the O, which is not really there.
Wow, really?
Yeah, a lot of people I've known a long time call me that sometimes, and they like, you've seen my name in print many times. I don't know.
Yeah.
People want to say the O.
It's
But
always fun to go
anyway,
through that exercise when your last name is Hofer. So Gopher or Hofer, it's a great time.
Yeah, sure.
Kids and adults.
Kids are so fun.
And adults. Everyone's just cruel. Yeah.
Humanity in general.
I mean,
Humanity.
it's mean, but now I feel like I wish I could have gone back and made a lot of jokes if I knew you at that age. But oh well, I missed my opportunity.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Ryan. We also have Brooke and Warren here. Hey guys.
Yellow.
Hello.
We work at Jackbox, and we play Jackbox games here on the Party Club and just chill out and do whatever and have some fun. And we're going to look today, your first look after our friends at Drawful showed it, but now your first look where you can play along at Drawful Animates. And we have Spencer who directed it. Spencer, what's so exciting about Drawful Animate?
Drawful Animate, what's exciting about it is many months ago, we were prototyping a new version of it, and this was the brainchild of Allie, who is our creative director. And he had this really great simple idea, which was, what if we just tried animating it? So we did it 2 frames. It even with the kind of simple tools we had to test it, it went really well. It still felt like Drawful, but it felt like, but this feels like a new experience. So it's not just Drawful with more prompts and more other settings. It's truly like a different experience, but yet still is the core of Drawful. So we tested that early on, and there was just a lot of excitement for it. And yeah, it gained a lot of momentum, and I'm so glad it was greenlit because it was really fun to work on.
It's incredibly fun, and you guys have actually. I was one of the people who was like, "This is going to be really fun," but how do you teach people how to be animators? And you guys, the tutorial and also the simplicity of the tools, it's really intuitive. I think you guys did such a great job.
Thanks. Yeah, I hope that does other people feel that way. Yeah, we did put a lot of thought into that because we do. So it is 2 frames, and so we use onion skinning, which I know is not a term that perhaps everyone is familiar with. But basically, you're going to see an overlap of like the what was in your previous frame into your second frame, and you're just there for reference. So you can draw over it if you just really want to duplicate it. If you want to make a slight tweak to it, you at least know, like, for reference what that drawing was before. So you know, in terms of like the big things to kind of solve, that definitely was the first big hurdle. And, you know, I think hopefully we we crossed that one well. So yeah, it's I think pretty intuitive, and we had a lot of, you know, obviously independent like play tests that got that feedback. So yeah, happy to hear that.
Awesome. If you talked about all the settings, is it worth not going to the settings? Is it worth showing the main menu of the game? Because there's a lot of ways to play Drawful Animate.
Yeah, that would be great, actually. Yeah, for sure.
I have it up here.
There you go.
Great modes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there, like Ryan said, there are many ways to do it. So we've got kind of just standard, you know, regular Drawful mode, which, you know, is going to be either a 1-round or a 2-round experience based on the number of players that are involved. And speaking of number of players, some people probably know this, but in case you don't, we upped it. So, you know, it always used to be 8 players, but, you know, through science, we were able to figure out a way to bump that up to 10. So
a lot of rats died.
So it's nice. It's nice to know that you can play a 10-player game, because really, you know, one of the concerns we have with like, say, like a 10-player game is like, oh, well, we don't want the game length to go that long. But the beauty of Drawful is it's a 1-round experience, and it's really the same as like a 5-player game, because that's going to be 2 rounds as well. So so it does go up to 10 players in regular mode, and also there is a new mode that we're calling Friend Mode. And Friend Mode is the same experience as Drawful. You're still doing 2 frames, you're doing animations, but all of the content is going to be inserting different players' names into the prompts. So you're kind of, obviously, as the name kind of suggests, you kind of want to play this with people that you know are familiar with, because it's going to take you like some interpretation of that said player that you're going to do an animation of, because it's like, you know, Ryan's worst nightmare, you know, that's something that I would, you know, possibly could have as a prompt. So it definitely helps to know the people that you're playing with to play that. But we have a whole different mode with a whole bunch of different prompts for that as well, because we thought, you know, let's really like elevate this game as much as we can. There's also a UGC version, of course. This kind of is along the same lines as what we did in Quiplash 3. So you'll see very similar setting there, as well as featured content. That's another thing that we pulled in, which is, you know, that's going to be updated content from the game side. We're going to obviously update when there are either topical or, you know, thematic type episodes, and we'll let you know. You see a little new sticker there. Whenever that's updated, you'll see a notification when there are new episodes there. So it's just a way of streamlining stuff that we've always kind of done in the past, but this is just a nice streamlined way of doing it. Instead of like say like, hey, enter this code to play this game, it's already loaded up there for you. So it's a streamlined way to play our like just content that we're, you know, uploading throughout the years. So we have that as well. And then, yeah, I don't know if you want to go through the settings. The settings are pretty universal to the other games. We've obviously kind of carried over a lot of the settings in previous iterations. You know, there's, of course, family-friendly mode. There is profanity filtering. There's moderation. We have a filter US-centric content, but really we kind of stayed away from really any US-centric type of content in general. Claire McFadden was the editorial lead of this game, and just speaking of editorial, and she did such a fantastic job. She worked on Blather Around last year. That was her kind of brainchild, and so she's just got a wonderful like mind for really off the wall kind of absurd prompts. So that's another thing that we feel like has really stepped up this year with Drawful, is that the prompts really keep you on your toes. It doesn't kind of become this predictable model of what the answer is. So in terms of content,
the lead writer on Dictionarium too, to give you an idea of how crazy you're going to see prompts.
Yeah. Truly a wonderful mind. Just to get a peek inside there, it's a thing to witness for sure. So that's the content control. Obviously, we've got accessibility, subtitles, of course, extended timers, of course, and then we also added, and this is kind of I think for most of the games in this pack, which is infinity timers, no timers. So if you are someone who just needs, more time to play, then it's there for you. The game will not continue unless everyone has submitted. So, which is going to be very beneficial for various groups.
Absolutely.
And then gameplay. Yeah, as you see max players 10. I wasn't lying. You can go up to 10 players. And then, yeah, it's kind of pretty standard. From here, I'm thinking we added anything in addition to this, but kind of your typical, pretty standard list there.
Yeah, I'm just excited. Especially friend mode is getting a lot of love in the chat here, rightly so. I think it's going to be a really fun way to play. We'll definitely have to do that on stream at some point.
Yeah, it was early on when we were like just going into like pre-production of like, okay, let's set like the goals and kind of expectations for this, especially since it's it's a legacy title, it's a sequel, and that's kind of always the big question. As Warren knows, as directing Quiplash 3, it's like, what do we need to, like, what should we do to really kind of push this franchise forward? And yeah, friend mode just kind of naturally evolved because traditionally we've always kind of just sprinkled in kind of like player name prompts into our pool of content. And it's never been kind of an ideal way to do it because it's like, well, if you really enjoy it, it's only going to pop up very occasionally. And if you don't want that to pop up, sorry, It's going to pop up kind of occasionally. So it's just take that path if you want to do it and go all in and play it that way. It's definitely a similar experience, but yet, like I said, like warrants like its own version because it is just all about the people you're playing with.
That's great. That's really exciting. And I know you guys experimented a lot with those prompts, and I am really excited to see how it all turned out, but it's been very fun to play test. Well, let's play a game. I think the first game we're going to do is going to be a mods game, just so we can get people who are kind of know what they're doing and show it off really well as us. We'll jump in. And I'm going to try to draw my little animated avatar here as we start her up. Oh no. What should I draw? Oh no. I'm really excited with how this turned out. Obviously, like you were saying, when we do a sequel, we try to have a reason to be and not just be for the sake of doing it. And the adding animation to Drawful is really, really cool. I'm glad that we found a really fun reason to update Drawful in this way.
Yeah, and we there has been a lot of different like tinkering the last few years, and a lot of different kind of play tests with like, hey, what if we did this with Drawful? What if we did that? And some of them are cool, some of them, couldn't quite, work out. But then this just was just like, it's nice to have those that just, this just feels like a slam dunk. And that's kind of how I phrased it when I was chatting with Allard about it in terms of like, what project, you could be working on. I was like, yeah, this one is just so fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the group website he used where you could all draw in the same place. And even at a very basic level, this was hitting early. So
yeah, it's always a great sign when even like the crude tools you're using, it still translates really well.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And as Ryan said, we're letting the mods in this first round, and then we'll open it up to the audience in the next one. Hello, Stod.
Stod.
Hey, Stod.
Even though you may not be getting in as a player if you're not one of our mods, you can join the audience and vote along and have all sorts of fun. So definitely do that. Go to jackbox.tv and enter the room code you're going to see in a second here when we put it on screen.
Now, Spencer, this may be a dumb question, but I saw there was a back button on there. Does that let you go into some sort of like back room or behind the game somehow?
I'm sorry, what was your question? I was talking over it. What was your question?
the back button. I really need to know, does that like, there's like some hidden recess where VIPs get into back there or something?
No,
or?
the owl will just turn around.
Okay.
If you hit the back button.
Okay, yeah. I'm a fan of that.
Revealing the owl's booty shorts.
Yeah, it just reveals the owl's back. That's what that button is for. Yeah, stupid question. Not a stupid question at all, Warren.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So, well, that killed a minute and a half. So.
No stupid questions, only Warren's. Yeah,
So the code is coming, everyone. I know everyone's very excited. You'll be playing in the audience for this first one. We're just getting all of our mods in this first game. Let's give a thanks in the chat to the mods, guys. They do
hard work.
Yeah,
very hard work. And our way of saying thank you is letting them into this game.
Now,
but they
Anne's
do need to
asking-
hurry up with their avatars so we can get the game going.
Exactly. Anne's asking what's on the butt of the booty shorts, the word art, which I think would be a really hilarious thing to wear. A booty shorts that just say art in like a really like scripty font on the back.
Yeah. We should get that. Let's get that in the store, Brooke.
Right.
Yeah. I'm writing it down.
Let's get that merch.
Wait a minute, you're not writing it down at all.
Oh, the cat's on.
No, how embarrassing. All right. Hurry up, Stod. Finish your drawing. Thinks he's so cool. He can waste everybody's time.
There we go.
He is so cool.
He is very so cool. Fine.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm starting the game, and it is starting right now.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to Drawful Animate. Yay! It's time
Maybe
to
a
get fun of
touch
your friends
loud.
for doing bad art.
Do you want me to turn
This
down on
game
my
will
side?
have one round. Let's get
How's
it.
that? Better?
Same for me.
On your device, you'll see
How
your
about that?
secret prompt.
That's great.
It might be kind of
Okay.
hard to draw, like pug face or my sadness does not define me.
My goodness.
Your job is to draw an animation that fits your prompt. You'll get points for each player that guesses your prompt correctly. You get it. Let's do this. Don't forget, you can still join the audience by going to jackbox.tv and entering the room code.
Music is great as always.
Andy Poland.
I'm ready.
I don't know what I did, but I did
Halfway
it.
there. Time to move on to the other frame.
How's the audience doing with the flip book here?
Doing good.
All right.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
joining, we do have some lagging usually at the start of the stream that sorts itself out later on. We're working on it. We have a whole meeting about it tomorrow. Meetings fix things.
All right, that's as good as I can make that.
Yeah, I know. That's that's a nice thing where it's just like, you know what? There's nothing else I could really do to save this one.
Yeah.
Dave Innes was the art lead. If that's not obvious for those that are fans of all the various art leads. Incredible job. I mean, all these walking animations, like you did so many different versions of them. It's just wonderful. And also the color. We just really love the kind of vibrant, like,
You're running out of time.
addition to that in
Animations
this
are
franchise.
in.
It's usually
Let's
just
check
black
them
and white.
Sorry.
title for this animation. Write it
Oh,
on
someone
your
tried to do a
device.
lot of
Now.
word bubbles here.
Wow.
Okay, there's a lot going on in here.
There's a lot going in here. Okay.
Oh man, this music is so good.
Oh no. I accidentally hit submit before I was done typing mine. Well,
I feel like the music is still maybe a touch loud to me, but if I'm the only one, that's fine.
It just sounded perhaps a bit loud.
There we go. Perfect.
cool.
Sorry, I was
Not at all.
trying to make sure it wasn't my laptop screwing up.
That was mine.
Okay.
I became a dog as I got older.
I became a dog trainer to support my family.
I love that one.
Oh, now wait a minute. What's this double down button I'm seeing?
Yeah, so that's another thing
Oh.
we added. If you feel super confident about an answer, once per round, you can double down. So you'll get double the points. But you want to be careful because if you
Let's check out
select
the results.
someone else's, they're going to get double the points.
What? That's not what I
Hey,
want.
I'll take it. I can't believe I got anyone. A timely reference, very topical.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Oh, dang it.
Oh.
I actually thought, I was like, I bet that might be Warren.
Dog bite the baby.
This is such a great prompt if this is it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
That's good,
Oh.
Ryan. That's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Nicely done.
Oh, nice. It
Oh,
was right there.
I would guess
Oh.
Liz or Allie on that one.
I see the comb now. I didn't pick up on that. So.
Hey, and there we go. We got an audience that correctly predicted. So that's another activity that we have. So the audience will just put in their guess when everyone else is players entering the title. And if they have a keyword that matches the top keyword for the players, we'll see that sync up. And that was a
Oh,
great
wow.
example of that working. So good job,
Oh,
audience.
sweet. Okay, cool. Well, you say that like you were surprised that it worked. I don't know why.
Not at all. No. No, it was just great that it happened the first time, All right.
Yeah, of course. That corgi is just the cutest.
Love the corgipede. The Twitch extension is not hooked up for this yet. This is an in development build, not a final one. It will be some time before we have the Twitch extension going.
There seems to be a bit of a theme here. Yeah.
Time to ... vote! Exclamation
Oh.
point.
Oh, if it isn't this
Wow.
one, it should be.
Well, what's funny? That's one way. So we held like 3 playtests a week internally with the company, like during lunch. And just like we did with previous Drawful iterations, so many great prompts came from other players' decoys. So we would just play that way, where we would play like, here are the prompts that Claire has, and then let's take some of the funniest decoys that people wrote and just add that to the fold.
That was smart. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh,
I doubled down.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh,
Good
nice.
job.
Yeah, that did pay off. I almost doubled down, but wasn't 100% certain.
Nicely done, Yuxi.
Yeah, well done, Yuxi. Yuxi, you're good at this.
Shocking. You see good at a drawing
Yeah.
game? What?
Time to bang out a title.
Wait a minute now.
What the?
It'll all make sense.
Okay. Well.
Oh, and when you're the artist, here, it's going to help me, I think, a little bit if I slow it down a bit. So when you're the artist, you can change the speed of your animation. You see a little kind of like speed grid, and you're able to just go really slow, or here, I'll show you. And there's a little bit of a lag, so it's kind of hard to show that, or faster, which depending on like the prompt and what you're trying to convey, can definitely help if you slow it down or speed it up a bit.
That's really cool. Questions in the chat about colors and what kind of color options you have.
Yeah, so colors are different as well. Yeah, this is great. There's a lot to talk about. We did consciously add, from Drawful 1 to Drawful 2, it was like not one color, but now two colors, but there's kind of different shades of the same color. Well, we have three colors this time around, and they're truly three like unique colors that you'll get. Everyone will get a third color of black, but then you'll also get two other colors to work with. So, but yeah, we wanted to make sure that players had a little bit more ability to change, or dictate what they're drawing, but based on color.
Oh, if this is the right answer, Spencer.
Let me see. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious, guys. I think it's pretty obvious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who got duped?
Oh,
nice.
lost that double down.
Close.
That's a rook.
Close.
Sorry, guys.
That's a good one.
Boom.
Oh, I was so sure it was that one.
Close one,
Looks
too.
like a little briefcase.
Mr. Roller Skate fixed the TV.
Thanks, Mr. Roller Skate.
Come on. Oh, thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, you son of a... Pretty great. Hey, I pulled into the lead. Maybe.
Folks, we got another anime.
Oh. Oh, I see.
I love the addition of the vocals in there.
Yeah, is that nice?
Yeah.
Emotional.
Behold, your
A
collective.
sad and shyly built home named Paul.
Oh. Oh, I don't know.
This one's tough.
Yeah.
I'm going with what I think my heart says.
Alrighty, let's see what you did.
Great phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job, Stud.
I almost picked that one.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be a shutout. Nope. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Got it.
Yay. I like that round.
I don't often
like
win
that his
Drawful.
tears. Like that his tears didn't go in the gutter. You know, it just went
Oh yeah.
Look at this, another one.
Right into the foundation.
Yeah.
right in the.
Yeah. You have to have an umbrella to even get inside.
What's going on, everyone from the Memphis and Mid-South area?
What's up,
What's
Pierre
up,
Kelly?
what's
In the house.
Stott says, I mean, I guess I get it, Warren.
up?
Dave Ennis, artist for the game, says, hey, these titles are staggered. Is that a new cool feature? Well, yes, Dave Ennis added that.
Ben, you missed our long settings menu chat at the beginning. Sorry.
Yeah, we actually did talk about it.
This is what we're working with.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ben, please do write a blog post. I'd love to do that. I'll send you the Jira task now.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't write checks that marketing is going to want you to cash.
Yeah.
Oh, burning burgers on your birthday is a sad bit of alliteration.
Mhm.
Let's see what happened.
Nice, nice.
Well done, Stott. Woo!
You want the other Burger King.
Yeah, you're thinking of the other one. Nicely done, Holly. Or is it Holly? I think it is.
I think so. The little
I'm hoping
prince.
so. Oh, Warren, I give you twice the points, Warren.
Classic Warren.
I give you twice the points.
That is rough.
That is rough. I hate, you hate to see that.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Oh, hey, but hey, 9% of the audience knew.
It wasn't your fault, Brooke. I just, I don't know why I didn't get
I
it.
just kind of wanted to draw the flames too. Not really related to the prompt.
I get it. Okay.
I like this one.
Yeah. It's just like a wonderful day in the park, this music.
It is lovely. Yeah, it's we were very conscious about too is we obviously wanted to make it kind of just more colorful, more alive, just overall, right? Not just the animations, but having the art direction also convey the fact that everything's just elevated, more alive. And especially this pack, when it was when you compare it to a couple other games, it kind of have a little bit more of a darker theme, like Pole Mine or the Wheel. It's let's just go hard into the kind of more effervescent, bubbly, approach.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Options here. Oh, there we go.
A lot of good ones. A lot of good ones here.
Man.
Yeah, so kind of like you're saying, Spencer, you can immediately see the the prompts and stuff do not suffer. Like people are able to guess some pretty wild stuff. Yeah.
So they're all good. I'm giving a like to every one of these.
Something.
Oh, I didn't fully read it, but something went by about a
wait to see
bug.
what happened.
And yes, this is not a final product yet. We are still doing all sorts of bug testing. So fear not, we will find all those bugs. I like that one a lot.
That was a good one.
Well done, Brooke. Almost thought that was right.
Nice.
Nice.
Whoa,
I can totally see Claire writing that.
Yeah. Slappity slap.
Oh, Anne says the bug was just Warren winning too much. Well, that will definitely.
Oh, well, yeah. That is a problem.
I saw someone ask, "What does the audience get if they guess the correct answer?" It's like you get a nice pat on the back because you did it.
Yeah.
The audience still, you're still not a participant in you can't win the game just like in previous Drawfuls. So really, you just get like a nice nod of recognition.
I think I found the perfect speed to get this one across.
Pull it together and write something. I'm talking to you.
Good question from Fly Potato. Can you die in the game?
No.
If you're using infinity timers, though.
Well, you might
eventually.
die during it.
That's true.
So many options. Choose only one.
Really good.
Getting fit was super Grover.
Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
That's something.
Something, all right.
That is something. And it's also funny that it didn't go with
Make a
Newt.
choice.
Went with New
Yeah.
Toad.
Yeah.
Could have gone
It
with
is
the
tough.
lowest hanging fruit, which was Newt, but went with New Toad.
Olivia Newt and John,
Yeah.
maybe?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh!
no! Over my lead! That was a shutout.
Oh, that was really good.
Devastating.
Was that Holly? Oh, that was amazing.
And Holly gets the right answer as well.
And then Holly, I think Holly might win this game based on this
Damn it.
alone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was quite a showing.
That was really good.
Thank you for seeing me, Anne.
Think of a
Ooh.
good title and write it down.
What? Okay.
No, I got it.
Yeah. No, yeah, totally. I got it too.
You don't have time to be perfect. Just do your best or your worst. I really don't care.
This is a great one because there's so many wildly different interpretations of what's happening here.
Yeah.
Some people thinking tacos, some people thinking dough,
Disaster of an animation.
some people thinking ham.
Do tacos dream?
It's my favorite sci-fi novel.
Do tacos dream of electric horses?
Right.
Oh my goodness, this is.
Yeah, I am gonna just go with the simple one, but I don't know.
Okay, this is stressful. Please vote. Alrighty, let's see what you did.
Woo!
Nice.
Nicely done, Zach.
Woo! He's not.
And 26% of the audience.
Let's hear it for horse
Yuxi.
taco.
Man.
Just a simple old horse taco.
I mean, it's gotta be. Yeah.
It's a brain.
Wow.
And you see the nay there? Yeah, that's. Did it.
Okay. Okay, I see it now.
Well,
So, seeing in chat, a question about who's the host? And the host is the original Drawful 1 host, and her name's Katie Rich.
We have time for one
So we're
more.
very lucky to have her back. She's absolutely wonderful. She is so incredibly funny and is just an absolute pro.
Come on, type something.
Yeah. But listen,
Not
it's
animal testing.
wow.
Not animal testing.
Now by voting.
I mean, I don't know if that's it, but that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I have to go that one too.
I also like, did you lay this egg, rabbit? Hates that rabbit.
Oh my gosh, make a choice. Who voted for what? Let's find out.
Ooh, double down.
Oh,
Ooh.
confident.
Take it.
But yeah, good for Ryan.
Thanks,
good
Dad.
for Ryan.
Thanks, Dad.
Boom.
Pretty good. Nice.
Oh, job, Yuxi.
I mean, right?
It's gotta be.
I mean, right? Yeah.
Yay.
Wow. That's great.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ryan!
Oh, Ryan.
Boo.
Yeah, I guess there is a
Everyone's
bug.
saying woo.
Yeah.
This just feels wrong.
You see with the
Oh,
like.
good job,
There you go. Hey everyone, that's Drawful Animate. pretty fun, right?
Very fun. I'm just enjoying this theme as well.
Very fun.
Oh yeah, the lyrics are good. I'll shut up.
The limit you put on yourself.
Yeah, and Warren, we haven't said this, but yeah, Warren did all the singing. So just an amazing job. First,
will you do a
too.
live for us, Warren?
Oh, I couldn't. It would probably destroy your ears for good. It'd be so beautiful. It's kind of like if you saw God. Like, you gotta put like 9 filters between me and the game just to like bring it down from its heavenly quality.
I don't want to cry my eyeliner off.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
I do think it's wonderful. It was like what, 2 or 3 packs ago when we kind of decided to, or you know, Andy and the rest of the audio team were like, let's do credits like with lyrics. And at first I was just like, oh, that seems not necessary. But then now that we have it, it's like, oh, it is really nice to have them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great way to be like, and that's what we made for you, everybody. Hope you liked it. Like, it's a great little capper at the end of it.
Right.
That's so cool. Well, do we have some news for the middle of the show here, Brooke?
Yes, we do, in fact. Here, let me quiet it down for a second. Sorry to turn off the tunes. We have a few bits of news. First things first, and this is a very exciting one. In case you missed it, our Humble Bundle has been extended.
Whoa!
If you don't know what that is, visit our website. There's a banner right at the top that'll lead you right to the Humble Bundle, and it is a collection of all of our games available for $20 or less. You can choose and kind of customize your bundle, and a portion of the proceeds goes to some really awesome charities, St. Jude's and Child's Play, and then you can pick the third, which is very, very neat. So it is the best deal on Steam codes of our games that's happened in the past really 2 years, actually. So don't miss it, and gift it to someone. If you already own the titles, you can give those codes to someone else. It's never too early to get your holiday shopping going.
Mm-hmm. Now, Stodast is extending this offer doctor approved, Brooke.
It is. And in fact, doctor recommended and FDA approved as of this week.
No excuses then.
Yeah, no excuses. Next thing, and this is, we haven't said anything about this yet. We will have, with our friends at Nintendo, some exclusive footage of the Pole Mine coming out on August 31st.
Very exciting.
That will be on Nintendo's YouTube channel, and we'll share it far and wide as well. And the first playthrough of the Pole Mine will be happening during our PAX panels, which are going to be going on over Labor Day weekend. We'll share specific dates and times for those. There's going to be one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and we will be playing Drawful, Animate, Job, and the Pole Mine with some very special guests. So check those out here in a few weeks, a week and a half, a week and change, week and change.
Start pointing out that I think you mean Tendo. Do you guys remember that joke from our stream from forever ago? We just called Nintendo Tendo.
Tendo.
Good old Tendo.
Good old Tendo.
Yeah, that's it for me. That's the news.
Oh, all right. Oops.
Wait. Yay.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm glad we waited.
The clapping always goes on so long.
Are the batteries dying on that thing? It sounded pretty sad.
I don't know if I don't know where I can put it where it will be best heard.
I mean, it's coming in loud and clear for me.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
no, actually that's not much better. So yeah.
Okay, good.
It's all good.
We'll just use the fire button from now
Okay, well, let's spin up another game of Drawful Animate, and I will get some stuff there. Are you seeing that, Brooke?
Let's see here. I cannot. It's too small. You mind throw it in a private chat? We are going to let the audience in for this game. Got it.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to boot up a lobby here. Whoops. Hold on. I might have to give you a different thing. 1 second.
No worries. And this room code is going to be coming in the stream discussion channel of our Discord. So if you want a chance to play, people get in fast, but don't worry. From here on out, we'll be playing a lot of Drawful Animate on the stream. If you don't get in this one, there's going to be another chance in the future.
Oh, yes. Question about, are there moderation modes? There are. In fact, that's what we're setting up right now. Mm-hmm. But I have to just make sure that I've got it set up correctly here. There certainly isn't any bug or anything that I might be dealing with. Nobody think that.
What?
But
do we have any more questions for Spencer?
Yeah.
Did we finally decide how to say Spencer's name? Yes, it is Spencer Ham. Pretty straightforward. So great question. What was the challenging part of Drawful Animate? Hey, that's a good question. So yeah, this is the 5th game I've directed now, and like each game is, has its own set of challenges for sure. But this is the first time I've directed like a sequel, a legacy title. So I think the challenge there is just, it's kind of inherent to any one of our sequels, which is just how do you kind of push this forward, so it feels like it is, it's worthy of it, there being a sequel to it. And I think it was just, that was the biggest challenge, was just trying to find, the right, things to add to the game, tinkering with it, but also realizing that the game itself is so wonderful and simple and pure to not like mess with it too much, because you clearly still want to have the essence, the core of what Drawful is, which is such a wonderful game. And really one of my, it's definitely a personal top 3 for me in our catalog of games. So that was a little bit also part of the challenge, was just like, oh, this is a game I really love. I hope I don't mess it up. Which, Warren, I don't know if you felt that way during Quiplash, because kind of a similar experience, I feel like.
Yeah, it's just, what people are going to probably complain about up front if you don't fix. And it's like, yeah, so it's like, light on the line, yeah.
Well, you guys both did great with those games. They're like,
yeah, I started to say you're not really knocked out of the park with Drawful. It's amazing. So,
well, thanks. I mean, it's true with anything, but it's like the team had such a great team. So everyone was just wonderful. And yeah, look, I'm just there making the calls. They're the ones out there executing. Players are the ones that score the goals, and you got to give them credit. So yeah, trying to see what else there is. I see Hamley is starting to trend. That's great. Those are my fans. We're called the Hamley. I just trademarked that before the stream.
All right, that room code is incoming. Is anyone else in this group here in our little virtual room getting in the game?
I'll sit out to watch.
I'll pass too.
Well, I'm gonna play.
I'm playing.
I'm playing.
I'm playing right now, guys.
That's how you sound, Warren.
Here's a question, Spencer. Was there something in this version you were trying to avoid in this iteration? I guess I interpret that question as like, what is something that, like, when you look at previous iterations, you're like, what is something that's kind of personally like irked you, and like what would you like to change about it in addition to like all the things that you're adding to it? I think for me, there wasn't really much, but the one thing that, like, especially when we kind of decided, hey, we're going to expand this to 10 players, it became kind of crystal clear that, like, in order to do that, we really need to be able to digest what's happening on screen. So, in Drawful before, it's an 8-player game, which, would be the full experience before. Bam, all 8 of those prompts, all 8 of those titles appear at once, and then the timer starts. So you're basically spending that first 15 seconds of the voting timer just digesting even what's on screen. So that was one thing I wanted to try to help and streamline a little bit better so that you can digest it a little bit, like having it be sequential order and then the timer starts, so that you've got at least a little bit of time to realize okay, I understand what's actually on the board, and now I'm going to actually vote. So yeah, I think that was one instance of Drawful that it was just oh, it's just overwhelming to see 8 things at once. And then because you have people laugh and you're like, what are you laughing at? Which one? That one? Yeah. This one?
Yeah.
And, it's kind of that awkward moment where it's what is everyone laughing about? So I just wanted to have a shared experience of if something pops on screen is especially funny, you're all laughing at the same moment because of that particular title.
Ryan,
once again in the
check.
chat congratulating himself, saying what a great feature.
Is Dave? Dave's in here. Dave's in here. Just better. What else haven't I said about Dave? That a lot of credit to Dave. A lot of credit to Dave. Question, Spencer. Did you have a favorite point in the process? The part of the game you really enjoyed making? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I think this time around, maybe my favorite period of it was maybe the pre-production, because it's basically the first few weeks we have before we go right into making the game. It's that period where we're hey, this is where the art direction and sound direction is going to go, and here's what the main features are going to be. That was, I think, the most exciting time. Just because it was just all of the kind of potential and promise and of the game. So I really like pre-production, and I'm sure you Ryan and Warren also enjoy that period of time.
Yeah. It is great. It's great to have that sort of freedom to try things and play around.
But I'd say my favorite moment besides that, though, was just anytime I got to hang out with Dave Innes. Truly, he's so incredibly talented, and just wonderful. I don't even know if he's in the chat, but I just want to say that.
Thank you for the compliment, Anton. Talking about how provided a lot of hours of fun over the years. Really appreciate that. Are people seeing the game properly? Somebody said it might be frozen. I want to make sure that people are seeing the new room code, new lobby.
Dave, we agreed on $10. We agreed on $10, not $5. So, and you can Venmo me, man. Don't put it in the mail. Venmo me.
Getting some word it might be frozen, which is weird. It's not frozen on our end.
Well, remember last
some people are seeing it. Okay.
I think
weird.
this happened last week.
Yeah, it's not
very strange.
I don't think it's our internet because we're streaming just fine. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll wait for Salty Adrian. Finish your avatar
Hurry
quickly
up,
here.
Salty Adrian.
Be careful. That person's salty. So.
Okay. Sorry. Whoa.
Just gently remind them to submit. I'm not saying that we should do this right now. I'm just saying that this is something you can do if you want to say someone was just hey, I need to go to the kitchen and grab something, and I don't really care about my avatar. Just start the game, please. You could do that. The VIP could start the game if need be. Again, not saying we should do that, but
I'm glad we waited.
But it is an option.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it's an option. I'm also glad we waited because Salty Adrian's avatar is adorable. All right, let's start.
Very wholesome.
And as we go, hopefully lag will kind of clear up here.
Because the best way to make art is under duress with no eraser while your friends watch. This is a one-round game. Game on. On your device, you'll see your secret prompt.
Can we access the settings from any time in the game?
Tornado Sisters or Eat the Statue. Draw an animation.
Well, let's see.
That fits the
Yeah, let's show you what what that's like. You can.
It looks like you can. Now you can't change everything.
You can't change everything. That's takeaway.
You can change the volume now in the full screen mode. Mm-hmm. A lot of the content control stuff is kind of tied to how the game starts, so you can't change the red settings. You can change some subtitles, motion sensitivity, and the gameplay stuff, not really. But you can change volume and a bunch of the other like subtitles and settings that wouldn't change the game that's in progress.
Guess your correct title, the more points you'll get. Good luck.
Oh, I haven't seen the audience flipbook thing.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a lot of work into that. I hope people like it.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's another thing. Dave and Steph, Egan created a bunch of those, and they're all just wonderful. It's kind of a way to kind of pay like homage to the previous Drawfuls, with all the different costumes that the owl has, and it was just kind of a fun way to tie that into like have the audience, try to collaborate together and get a matching set. Yeah, that was another focus we wanted to have, was just, one of our razors, as we say, was to like make sure there wasn't like any real significant downtime. So with that in mind, the audience was obviously one of the biggest ways we could kind of improve interaction. Knowing that like audience still isn't going to be able to draw, they're still going to be voting, that'll be their main purpose, but let's give them something that they can do during a drawing period that's going to be a bit longer than a typical, Drawful drawing timer, as well as like the title, submission as well. Like let's have them also enter text. If it matches, then we'll see it, but if it doesn't, then we move on. It's just a way to kind of keep the audience, involved, so they're not just a completely passive experience. Yeah, I've seen people like, my favorite is the moonwalking pencil finger. Yeah, that's a great one. I'm curious whether
that's not any copyrighted dance. Don't be silly.
Well, no, it's not a moon. It's not a moonwalk. It's a satellite saunter. That's what we call it.
Right, yeah.
That's the official term for it.
I did double check on Twitch in a different tab, and I'm seeing the game not frozen. So maybe people try refreshing your streams. I know that there is some weird bug, but we're working on that. Jupiter John, says Daniel Fletcher.
Pretty sure I see Ministry of Silly Walks. That was an inspiration for sure when Dave and I were chatting about this. It was just like, what funny walks can we have? So it definitely was an inspiration. People are also coming up with names beyond Satellite Saunter. Someone pointed out there could be a Saturn Stroll. That's also a good name.
That is good.
It's more concise. I get it. It's better, but
hurry up.
Oh, but you know what? If you don't submit in time, unlike previous Drawfuls, we're still going to capture that.
But don't worry, we got you.
We're still going to be able to send that. So you should still see whatever you had at the time of the timer ending.
That's fine.
So it's kind of cruel in other Drawfuls. If you didn't hit submit, it was just like, well, we're moving on to the next person. And I said, that's just not right. I said,
that's brave of you.
It was. I got on my soapbox and I spoke to the whole studio.
Can you switch back and forth between drawing your first and second frame, or do you have to complete your first frame before your second?
No, you can switch like back and forth. So If for some reason you want to start in your second, you can. Unconventional, but you certainly could. Yeah, so it works either way. You won't be able to submit unless we've recorded any form of lines on both frames. But yeah, it's up to you in terms of how you want to do it.
The Grand Cave, of course.
Check these out and pick the one that you think is right.
I like that, like, I believe like 80% of these are unicorns and one's like, it's a Pegasus.
Listen, yeah. You know what? You're right. I'm voting for that one on principle.
Who knows? I mean, the outlier may be the right one, you know?
You're right.
Come on. Let's see what happened.
Oh, we got a double down.
Someone's confident. Oh.
Oh.
That flex of Mr.
Those
Warren
man.
got him.
Great to Warren, though. Oh, I didn't notice the flexing. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that was a good one. I honestly thought that was the right answer.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Nice.
Hey, that was a bold double down. Was that Holly again? Like, that was great. Good use.
The audience saw this one coming.
Actually, it's a Pegasus.
Had a question there. So double down doubles the points if you get it right. That is correct.
Man, whatever this thing is, I love its life.
Just one follow up on that double down. Yeah, but if you guess someone else's decoy and you double down, they're gonna get double the points. So they're gonna get 1,000 out of you instead of 500. So it's a little bit of a risk reward. Yeah, the inevitable question about the eraser. Yeah, there is no eraser. That was pretty much a kind of a solid decision. But yeah, in terms of like, you know, anything with like an undo, I can't completely say that will or won't happen. But there's been some talk about it. But we're very dead set about there not being an eraser.
Sluggage.
It's
Sluggage.
called Drawful.
It is, and you know, it really is to the core of the game, right? Like the more that you kind of have mistakes, the better the game is, because it's all about the beautiful mistakes that you make in the game, which adds to the fun and the humor. You know, like look at Drawful, like what they did without erasers still blows my mind. You know, that they create just incredible art. And we purposely sent them some of the more off the wall, like going board in my shorts, just because it was like, you know, they're so incredibly talented that like we want to make sure that this is balanced so that they get some harder ones.
Yes, we have, I think 2 Jackbox folks playing and 8 people from the audience playing now, and then not, you know, from the stream playing. And if you're joining now, you can join the audience at jackbox.tv and entering that room code DHXE.
Ah!
Oh.
Nice.
This is a good drawing.
Man, that's good. Is the first one inside an earthworm, though? It's hard to tell what that first frame is happening.
I think it was the
Oh.
show, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, in the show. Oh, I see.
It's the Sprite Girls. What are they up to this time?
What are they?
Some Warren defenders out there in the chat.
Oh,
Oh, it's
You
Oh, what
don't
happened?
As long as you keep it reasonably nice, it doesn't matter.
save your pity.
Yeah. But thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate it. As long as it's all in good fun and not too.
I guess I should lead by example and not
Alright, someday
also pick on
you
you,
might have
Warren.
one day
So,
I have to
my
play
bad.
1,000 more of these games tonight.
You know it's out of love.
Do I?
No, you don't. Let me be clear. It's out of love.
Oh, good.
Bad first kiss as husband and wife.
Boyfriend is
It's
just average.
Disappointing anime wedding.
Came up with.
They're both yeah, it's like they're not quite in sync, these two.
So, fun fact about Link and Zelda. Not many people know this, but Zelda is actually the boy.
That was the boy.
Zelda is the boy.
That's true. Trying to kiss a nun on the first date.
I mean, you don't know that. Nuns might be great kissers.
They may be, but I don't know. It's going to be difficult to find out.
Just find
I'm actually
a lapsed
curious how
nun, you know?
this one turned out.
Okay, now you're talking.
It's too good.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, good
I
job.
just enjoyed it too much.
Would that be incredible if you were witnessing a wedding and then after the kiss you went, meh.
Oh wow! Of course it's meh, but I viewed it as like wah. Like,
Oh.
yeah, I know, but it makes more sense this way. What's happening with the hand though? I mean, okay.
I wonder, did anyone? No one got it?
Wow.
The audience.
Oh,
Sorry, bro.
the audience knew what you were doing, bro.
Oh. The hand, he's supposed to be like holding her, like when you're supposed to put your arm around. I
Oh,
don't know.
sure, arm in arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also wanted it to be disappointing
Anime wedding. See, that would be a good one of like if we were playtesting this early on and be like, well, yeah, let's take disappointing anime wedding and let's make that a prompt later.
Yeah.
Whoa. Thinking maybe some radiation's involved. Not
Yeah.
sure. Two new superheroes.
Right, Ash. What's up?
Good old 447 walking through the door, right, Ash?
Mhm. 4:45 McGill, we call him.
Late for your Twitch shift.
Get on the wheel.
Clock in, buddy. The Neon Boys. I like the Neon
Boys.
Boys.
I like Cyclops at first sight.
Strong showing. Now choose one.
Oh man. The hard one.
Okay, who voted for what?
Peter, the music. Andy Poland did all the music for this game. I have a question. How long is this? How long is a game? Yeah, the average runtime is between 15 to 30 minutes. So if you're playing with just a 3-player group, that's going to run you about 15 minutes tops. But if you're playing with a full boat, which is now 10, that's going to run around 30.
Makes sense. Oh, got some double down points.
Someone doubled down.
Yeah. Yeah, and 30 is actually about the same as in. That was another thing in terms of when somebody asked earlier, like, what was something that you were wanting to like, perhaps fix or something that you didn't like in a previous, and one of them was just like the structure of the games based on number of players. So before you do a 6-player game, it would be two round experience, which was just too long. So I wanted to cap it at 10 drawings or 10 animations being the most you will ever see in one sitting. So like a Drawful 2-in-1, like if you're playing 6-player games, that would run you like north of 30 more often than that.
Yeah, definitely more.
So yeah.
And if you don't have 30 minutes, maybe video games aren't for you.
Yeah.
You know what?
You play with a smaller group too, and I think we know that a lot of people play like on average with like 4 to 6 people, and that's right in the sweet spot of like 15 to 20 minute kind of experience. Yeah. Question about number of prompts. There are more prompts in this version of the game than in previous versions, and that is also including the friend mode, which has hundreds of prompts in it as well. And again, those are all tailored to players' names being inserted into the titles. So yeah, somebody noticed, do we get awarded points for getting likes? That's another thing that we did tweak. You do now get converted points based on likes. It's 5 points per like. So it's not going to change the game, but it's there to just kind of like break any potential ties that may result in a game. So yeah, you're going to get some nominal points off of likes, but again, no one's gonna, and the audience is going to be capped, right? So audience is capped at 10 total that they can distribute. So the audience isn't going to dictate who's winning just based off likes either. Is there a streak feature like in Drawful 2? No, we ended up not using that, and instead kind of replaced it with some of these other features that we just kind of discussed, like the double down, and just because we didn't get a lot of feedback from like that streak or people even noticing it, because it's such a thing that's under the hood. We wanted something that was more active with the players making decisions.
Your cake is nasty.
They just want a supper.
We want a supper together.
Dad and son just want a supper.
Oh. I'm looking at that haircut, and I put all my money into Gordon Ramsay on this one as the audience.
There you go.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, it's a good Ramsay.
Good Ramsay.
Okay, I might be in the minority, but this animation makes me feel wonderful.
Wow.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I enjoy everything about that.
Yeah, just to clarify something. Yeah, so the audience will only be able to give out. So the audience will still choose like which likes that they they'll have one like that they can enter. But as a pool, so say you have like 8,000 people in the audience, that audience is still just going to be giving 10 total likes out, just so that they don't single-handedly decide who the winner of the game is. So it's still kind of based on the percentage-based model, which all the regular scoring happens. Are there any plans for featured content updates for the game post-release? Yeah, that's kind of like the whole featured content setting there is all about. We will be updating from game side just new content based on, whatever is topical, like different, as the seasons change, we have different holidays, like you could have content related to that, as well as just kind of more evergreen type of episodes based on just life events. So yeah, there will be expect to see some updates in the content for sure.
I really enjoyed Devil Rejects Your Application.
Listen, it's just not a good fit this time. So.
I don't know why this became a trend, but the last couple questions from the audience have all started with, "So you're telling me?"
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I feel like I'm cornered,
Yeah. Whoa. Hey.
So you're telling me that I, as an audience member, I can't. So you're telling me
that there's 2 frames in this animation?
You're telling me that these images are actually moving? Is that what you're telling me?
So I'm supposed to believe an owl drew this? I don't think so.
Warren got me.
You're telling me that a shrimp fried this right?
You're telling me that this is called onion skinning?
Yeah. So you telling me your name ain't Spencer?
Not only was Salty Adrian late to the party, but they're kicking our heads in. So.
Wow.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, this game is so silly.
Oh, here's a good question. Here's a question. Would you say
it's
it
a can of
goes
worms.
against Drawful etiquette to draw words or numbers? Or is that fine and dandy? We're not gonna police, we're not like scanning these things to say like, oh, we can identify letters. We're going to like, ban this frame. No, it's obviously up to you. I mean, I think like looking at this one, right? Like it doesn't really I think that's a fine use of
Sound effects,
sound effects, right. But this kind of goes back to, just Drawful 1 even, right? Like I remember, as a studio, we were like, just coming up with this idea, and it was just like, well, you could just write your prompt. You could just draw the prompt itself, and like, the title itself in your canvas. And it's like, yeah, but would anyone have any fun
why would
doing
you want
that? Yeah. So I mean, I side on. I personally don't like to add any words or numbers, but if you want to add like a little flourish, like the sound effect there, play how you want to play.
It would be funny to be like, sit down to play charades, look at your prompt, get up in front of everyone and be like, it's the sound of music, and then sit down.
That's exactly it, right? That's exactly that's the equivalent, right?
Okay, what could that be then? All right.
Right. Oh, Warren, you double tricked a couple people
breaking
there.
it in.
Listen, we're all chasing Salty Adrian right now, so.
I know. And I'm rooting for them against you, you tyrant.
I love that prompt.
You're not supposed to make fun of me, Ryan.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Goth turtle mad at mom. Oh, that's good. Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow.
This is like a wood print, like
Yeah. That's funny. No release date for the pack yet. As we said before, we want you to know as soon as we do, so we will let you know within days of us knowing, if not sooner. But we have to coordinate with platform holders and marketing folks like Brooke and everybody else.
Do I have a favorite prompt from a past game? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, you know, there's so many great ones that it's not like there's one that's really kind of risen. I mean, I would go along with kind of all of the fandom in the Drawful video, which people really love to go board in my shorts, which one of our writers, Ramel, wrote that one, and it is a truly unhinged, wonderful prompt. Are there Gene cameos in other games? I can't speak for other games. I can say that there is a Gene cameo in Drawful Animate, and that's just kind of understood. Whenever I direct a game, Gene will be in it somehow. That's just a rule I have, and it's expected.
Alrighty, let's see what you did.
Fans are popping off about Gene, loving it.
Gene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody noticed in the flip book. That's another. So there are actually at least a couple instances of Gene in the game. One in the flip book and one other.
Oh right, there's a totally other Gene. I forgot of it.
Oh, somebody mentioned, is there any Gene in Split the Room?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That may be an outlier for me.
Oh really? I thought there was. That's why I was kidding. I thought. Wait.
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
There
Maybe
might
I've
not be
seen
Gene.
something
You know
else.
what there is. There are pictures of my cat and Owen's cat, who both have since passed. So it's kind of really cool that they're immortalized in Split the Room.
I really wanted to pick Rickety Bridge, but
This is a great example of just a really nice, simple animation where you can really interpret this a lot of different ways.
oh man.
Hey, here's a good question. So it seems like Jackbox as a whole is moving away from like crude humor, like as in earlier packs such as like Earwax. Is that an intentional design decision? I mean, it's an interesting question. We definitely have, I think, become more mature in the sense of realizing what our content, means to be out there, and like how it can be interpreted, and how some things can be kind of like, mean or hurtful. We work with consultants really with all our content to make sure that like we're still having fun, but we're also there being like a clear line. So I know some of that question kind of just about like tons of fart jokes, which we'll always have fart jokes, but in terms of like just maybe being a little bit more blue, we've been more conscious of it because we want to be socially responsible.
Okay, I think we want to. Yeah, thank you, bro. I think we definitely want to still do that stuff in a way that is inclusive to everybody. And so we're a little more on the lookout for ways in which we may not be being inclusive.
Right.
It's also just a thing, I guess you kind of touched on this too. It's like, I don't know, we did those games.
Yeah.
We want to do different stuff too. So it's like, I don't know, if we're doing the same jokes over and over all the time, it's just like, it's not really fun for us either.
All right, let's see how this all shook out.
I think I accidentally. Oh, sorry. I may have accidentally censored someone. I'm not sure how, or maybe a little bug. Not sure.
I wondered about that.
But just one last note about that. Like, yeah, we're always. I mean, like Warren, myself, like Ryan, like have written like early on in packs, and it's kind of tailed off as we've grown and gotten more writers and had different roles. But like, it's always, I think, been like the fun challenge of like, how do we have more like distinct voices with games, and what are different ways in? And Drawful is a great example. Drawful Animate, with like working with Claire and like establishing like having more like absurd, like unhinged, as we called it, prompts. So it leads players down a different path than just kind of the expected like Drawful 1 or 2 path that we took you down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw the other question about poop cake. So what's the gaining a lot of traction? It's if you look on Google Trends, I think it's number 4 right now. Poop cake. The funny story there is Ernie Niekamp had this paper prototype that was just never in a million years ever going to get greenlit, but because it was called poop cake, it was all about hiding like poop, inside of a cake. But the beautiful story, I mean, it was just never, ever going to get made. It just, until it did.
Until it did.
Because, I hope I'm like not stealing like Arnie's story. No,
Evan hinted at it before. Yeah,
I talked about it. It's you, that core mechanic has a lot to do with how weapons drawn turned out. So it's it happens somewhat frequently with how we prototype games, where it's like something that feels like, oh, that can't be used. Just change things, go 180, and you can, because the mechanic itself is great.
Yeah, if Arnie had pitched it as something other than poop and cake, maybe it would have.
Yeah, like just clearly, and I think even on like even like the pitch like feedback is really funny, because I think it's just like, this game will just never. It's hard to see this game ever being made. But who had the last laugh? Arnie.
But the funny thing is, it wasn't like, okay, let's take the mechanic from poop cake and do something different with it. It was, we were working on weapons drawn separately.
Right.
And we're like, how do we give people something to hang on to that isn't just people's drawing style? And like, well, what if there was something you had to put in the drawings? And I'm like, Arnie, are you just making poop cake again? But it ended up being the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Oh,
somebody mentioned all that was missing in poop cake was murder.
Yes.
Nice.
Great.
Surprise.
That'd be it.
Nicely done.
Hey, well done, Siri.
Bravo.
So many roses. Oh, nice. 47. Nice. Nicely done.
Great game, everybody.
Good game.
Yeah. It's super fun.
Warren's going to be a real handful now that he didn't win. He's going to be
he's gonna be under a real cloud, a real dark cloud the rest of the day.
I want to talk about scoring.
Listen, I've got a few notes. I'll send them along.
We didn't really change the scoring that much, Warren.
I think
Something's wrong with my controller. I know. Like, it seemed funnier when I put it in. That's all I'm saying.
It is. Yeah, we're stripping out some of the funniness along the way.
Oh,
well, thanks.
Shut up. All right.
Oh, okay. Well, and that's, you know what? Great time to end then.
What a good game.
Thanks so much for coming on, Spencer. Obviously had a great time chatting with you and playing the game.
Thank you for having me on. I've been a big fan for like many years now, and just thrilled to get a chance to be on the stream. Thank you guys.
Anytime, Spencer.
We'll call you.
Always welcome.
We'll call you.
You can't even hide the disgust. It's like, yeah, just get them out.
There we go.
All right.
All right, we did his one contractually obligated stream.
No, I love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks a bunch. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be back next week, I think, with we won't,
because we'll be traveling to PAX West.
We will be traveling to PAX West, so we won't be back next week. There might be some other stuff. I'm not sure if the bench or Devs and Diaries is happening next week. We're crunching on finishing up the game, so who knows what's going to happen. But keep on the lookout for all our social channels for all the latest updates. Go get that Humble Bundle for only $20. And yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.